very generous introduction, and it's great to have you here, Avika,
Thank
in
you.
Goa, and I'm really looking forward to the conversation. But let's go back a bit as we begin the conversation. I'm sure that you encounter at least a million questions every day, sort of with people identifying you as Anandi and not
The first
Avika.
thing that
And
everybody asks me is, how did you manage school with acting?
okay, so I'm not going to ask you that as a first
Thank
question
you.
then. But, the Balika Vadhu as a show was, of course, much more than just a sitcom. It became almost a sort of an instrument of social change. It really started very uncomfortable conversations in drawing rooms, and it really became larger than life, as it were. So, talk to us a little bit about when you sort of realized that, I'm part of something bigger than just a TV serial, or I'm part of something bigger, and what I'm going to set every day, and I'm actually facilitating some sort of change.
I think this realization sinks in even now, and it is a very slow process because it's been what, 16 years or so, and we are still talking about that show. That's the impact that show has. And when I was a part of it, I realized that okay, school में पढ़ा है, राजा राम मोहन रॉय जी अपोज करते हैं, but that's about it. ये सब था, होता था. That was the idea I had while shooting for the show. When I think I went to Jaipur once, this was during the show, after a year being in the show, मुझे ऐसे ही एक ग्राउंड में खड़ा किया गया, कहा गया कि आप शपथ लो. And there were kids with me, all school going kids, or maybe younger than me, and I was myself 8.5.
Very young, yeah.
मैंने शपथ दिलवाई कि आज के बाद यहाँ शादी नहीं होगी, and it was during Teej. And I had no idea why I was doing it. I was just following the instructions, given to me, and I was just somebody who was anyway very excited to be at events, and that's about it. I had no realization or understanding of the depth that it could bring in, right? When I went back home is when I saw the news and I understood what it meant. That's when I broke down. I had a big realization that day, and I was made to really feel
How
what
old
this
were
show
you
is.
then?
I was 8.5, 9. I really don't even know if I would even understand the meaning of the show while I would watch it, or nothing of that sort. For me, it was just entertainment or playing a part, dressing up every day. But now when I look back, it makes me feel that I'm so blessed that as an actor, I got that opportunity to, in a way, change lives. And when I say that change lives, I have seen examples. There was this 40-year-old man who came up to me one day at Delhi airport. I was 10 years old. He told me, बच्चा आपसे एक बात कहें, आज तक हमारे गांव में बार बार हमने सुना है शादियां होती हैं, अरे गांव में क्या हमारे घर में होती है, लेकिन आज आपको देख के ना बहुत गिल्टी फील हुआ है, आज के बाद नहीं होगा, आपको प्रॉमिस करता हूँ. Just a
That
random
deserves a round of
person.
applause. Yes.
Such examples made me really feel very grateful of the fact that one show, one TV serial could change maybe that one life and that thought process. That meant a lot. There was this one girl I remember from Kolkata. She was 6.5 years old. शादी के मंडप से उठ गई ये कह के आनंदी ने मना किया है शादी नहीं करूँगी. And we were all, when we got to know, and this was, of course, somebody from then Star News came up to me and told me that this is what happened there. Do you know about it? And I have cried. I have been howling for, just listening to something like this because nobody expected this show to do what it did. For me, I never wanted to be an actor. I wanted to be a choreographer. Somebody spotted me. I started acting, and okay, great, this is fun. There was no plan of doing a show that would create such an impact or change my life, and it did.
And what you're talking about is absolutely incredible. I mean, at 8.5, to be asked to administer an oath that's actually going to change so many lives, and the kind of remarkable pressure also, to be a child actor and to be this sort of metaphor for change in society is absolutely huge. But just to talk a little bit about the character, it's an extremely layered character. It isn't like any other portrayals that a child actor has done on Indian television. It was extraordinary because of the nuances, in the character. When she would cry, millions of girls would cry with her. When she would be happy or that have that moment of, a little kind of playfulness with Dadisa, there would be smiles across the country. So talk to us about how you brought those nuances, because of course, I mean, maybe you're an instinctive actor. At 8.5, you don't know how to be a method actor. You just sort of go by instinct. But talk to us a little bit about that, the kind of rigorous training I'm sure that went into it, because I'm sure a lot of people don't know about, how you bring those kind of, and the kind of trauma that she went through when she was locked up and, when she was beaten up also in a couple of episodes. So talk to us a little bit about that, to be the
First of all, I must acknowledge that I'm for the first time speaking to somebody who's asking me questions and knows exactly what I do and what all has happened in my life, because the details that you mentioned about being locked up, or the nuances of having those joyful moments with Dadisa, these are really rare things that people mention, and I must acknowledge that great work at it. Secondly, I believe that this show was extremely well written. Purnendu Shekharji, our writer, our creator of that show, he did a brilliant job. Him being a Rajasthani himself, he made sure that the culture, the language, everything is done correctly with perfection. If you remember, Balika Vadhu always ended with a shairi, not a shairi, but like a quote or a shlok, yes. And that was also written by Purnendu Shekhar ji himself. And Usha Dikshit ji also was a part of the whole writing team. And having such people who really believe in what they do, I think that is what happens, I mean, they believe in it, they have the trust in it, and they also feel that they need to tell this story to the society. This is important. They value it that much. And I think that is why we received that masterpiece. And for me, it was a masterclass, honestly, because going on that set every day, just with that feeling of okay, आज स्कूल हो गया, स्कूल के बाद सब खेलने भाग जाते हैं, स्विमिंग करने या क्रिकेट खेलने, मैं जा रही हूँ एक्टिंग करने. That was it for me. But while being on that show, while being in front of the camera, I learned so much. Not just from just the actors, but also from the technicians. I used to be so curious. I would sit on the camera and manage focus for other close-ups. I would do so many things, and the best part is people let me. Nobody would trust a 9-year-old with a camera or with a professional actor acting there, but they did. They let me just live, learn, and just explore that creativity. And I think because they made me feel this comfortable, I was able to deliver as an actor. For me to bring in those nuances, or for me to feel what Anandi would feel, I actually was made to feel like home in that space, trust the process, and just go all out. I remember the first 2 days I used to cry thinking I will look ugly, so I need to cry pretty. And then my director called me like, "Idhar aa, kya hai? What are you doing this? Cry properly how you cried the other day without being in front of the camera. Just do that. Don't act." That's when I realized that the best acting happens when you're not really acting. Every scene that you see on that show, while it was being shot, I actually felt it. I actually was present with it completely. There were no distractions like making reels. There were no distractions of having a different following list so that I get more work. There was no pressure of any of that sort. For me, I was just being that character. When I was told action, and when I was told cut, मैं भाग जाती थी अपनी बारबी के साथ खेलने. That's what I remember. So for me to give that 100%, I think the credit goes to the people who I worked with. including Surekha Sikri ma'am. I would want to mention her here because she, obviously an actor from NSD, the actor who is, you know, is one of those legends that people would want to work with. People craved working with her, and I've seen that, you know, in people's eyes. And even on our sets, there were people just so excited and nervous to be around her. But that woman always came on set, told me, you know what, chal बैठ के rehearsal करते हैं. She would act like exactly like me, like an 8-year-old enthusiastic person who would come, rehearse the lines and tell me, अच्छा इसको ना तो ऐसे करके देख. She never told me things as she was guiding me
Never
or
talked down to you.
teaching me
Yeah.
or giving me suggestions because she is a senior. No, she always made me feel like, you know, you can do this. This is so interesting. Oh my God, you did that scene so well. Let's try something else this time. I think that level of support, that level of excitement when I saw around me is what made me feel like, you know what, I should go all out and just have fun. I had fun, I was real, and I think that is what showed.
And you know, much simpler times, like you said.
Absolutely.
And it's actually so incredible that the senior most artist on the set and the junior most artist bonded so well, and you know, of course, that translated on screen as well. But Avika, from you know what you're saying, how much of the character was you? Because you know, like you said, you were deeply inquisitive and curious on set, and that was a lot. You know what Anandi was as well. There was this kind of innocence, yes, but she had a lot of spunk. You know, and that spunk really was very infectious. So, how much of that was you? You know, because a child, I mean, just wants to sort of pour
So this
herself
answer,
out.
I like I said, I'm very curious. So the first time I met my writer after being locked for the show, the first question I asked him was, "Why me? Why did you choose me?" And the answer I got was, "Because this is you. You will know why." And I, of course, did not understand what he meant. But while shooting, I realized there were so many things that Anandi would do that I actually did, and it was just me. It
Like,
was
give us a couple of examples.
like, for example, if the first episode of Balika Vadhu was where Anoop Soni's character comes in the village and some little kids try to, you know, just play a prank and make him fall in mud and dust. And Anandi, being the one who is caring, says ऐसे हंसते नहीं है, कोई गिरता है तो मदद करनी चाहिए, ऐसे कोई आता है तो ऐसे थोड़ी करते हैं. I would do exactly that, and I have had instances where I have done all of that. So when I used to read these scripts, I was like, this is exactly me. And yeah, there were those moments for sure, but of course मेरी शादी नहीं हुई है. So all of those things where I would understand things like, okay, one very interesting part, and not many people know about this. On the show, when Anandi got her periods, I did not in real. So I had no idea about what was going to happen and how does it actually feel or what it really means until I read it. And my parents had to sit me down and explain me the whole process. So that was one thing that, you know, stays in my memory because Anandi experienced that before me. But everything else, it was kind of simultaneous, and the way she would you know, fight and really tell people that she wants to study and she would do anything for it. Her passion for studies.
Rebellious also, which is deeply
Absolutely.
rebellious.
And I would exactly that. Wo bhi ziddi, main bhi ziddi.
That's interesting. And while you talk about the joys of being Anandi, Avika, what's also important to talk about is that you, as an 8-year-old or a 9-year-old, was exposed to a lot of things that one gets exposed to as an early teen or perhaps you know, a young adult, but to be exposed to things like an abusive husband, things like domestic violence, things like you know, the kind of ugly gender divide you know, in homes, or early widowhood, for example. So you know, and like you mentioned, you know, menstrual health, periods, etc. So these are, you know, when I talk about, say, the idea of a Bemale Vivah, which was also one of the important recurring themes in the show, the fact that you got exposed to all these ugly realities and so in your face, how was dealing with that like? Because while of course you might not have understood a lot of things, subconsciously they do have an impact on you. And do you now realize as a grown up the kind of impact that those things had on you?
So a lot of it was definitely almost like a shock to me कि oh ऐसा भी होता है. I had no idea about such things happening around, even in houses next to me, right? These things happen, and I was shocked in the beginning, yes, for sure. But that did not really impact me mentally or emotionally, because I was always very understanding of the fact that this is fiction and this is how it is, and we are playing parts, but that doesn't mean it is not real for somebody else out there. It is. And I think that is what taught me the meaning of sympathy, empathy, being really compassionate. I think these are all the things that came to me while I got to know these things early on in my life. And I do believe that that level of exposure is what makes me who I am today. The level of intensity I hold when I do things now, or the level of passion I hold now,
Understanding,
or yeah, and I do not take any little thing for granted. And I think these little things that are my plus points do actually happen because of the exposure that I received at a very early age. I think being on sets now, and when I see other actors behave a certain way or understand the scene a certain way, there's a very different part of me. I'll give you one example. My director, I was recently working on a film, a Telugu film. My director came up to me, narrated the story right before the shoot, and he tells me, Avika, do you know why I came to you? I asked him, maybe because this fits my age, the character. He said, you're naive. You will understand the depth of the script better than anybody else of your age because you have the exposure. That's when I realized that there's so much that I can do because of the exposure that I have. There's another level of emotional depth and understanding that I have now as a person. And I'm also a Reiki master, I'm also a Reiki teacher. So a lot of me being sensitive kind of started much earlier, and I'm very glad it happened that early.
Yeah, and I think you, of course, you now have a very mature take on it, and you say that you were able to kind of distinguish between fiction and reality. But if you look at the show, and you know, because all our grandmothers used to watch it, so it's deeply imprinted on our minds. But not just the issues and the themes, but also a lot of the emotionality. I mean, it was very high intensity in the sense that it could, not high intensity in the melodramatic kind of way, but high intensity in terms of emotions. And you know, for example, that one scene, that one track where your sister-in-law Sugna, she lost her first husband. That was a deeply traumatic scene to even watch.
I must say, people really love watching other people's trauma, because that scene got us the maximum TRP ever.
Yeah.
And as actors, these are the scenes where we all actually feel extremely attached, and that's when you kind of learn to detach yourself.
Yeah, because you have to detach yourself.
have
I remember
to.
that particular scene, that frame of those big stairs,
Absolutely.
and then Sugna, I think, falls, and then
Yes.
when she gets to know, and
Yes.
then everything that follows. I mean, you know, going back to it was almost like traumatic because to see.
I
So
think
as a young child artist, I mean, emotionally, what did you feel? Did you wake up at night? Suddenly, did you get flashbacks? What was it like?
so. There was this one particular scene which was maybe in very much beginning of the show, the bidai happening, and I still remember I am in this orange lehenga, and they're taking me in a bus, or my sasu ma tells me, अब से तुम मुझे माँ बोल सकती हो. And I says मैं आपको माँ कैसे बोलूँ, आप तो सासू माँ हो ना, मेरी माँ तो वहाँ है जो पीछे रह गई. While saying that, I just was so overwhelmed. I still remember that feeling. And right after that shot, I was sitting with my parents, my director, Smita ma'am, who played my Sasuma. All of us were sitting, and they understood what happened there. that I suddenly got very attached with that particular dialogue or that scene, and I realized that this is me and not the actor. I forgot for a moment that I was acting. So they all kind of really supported me in that moment, brought me back. And Smita ma'am and my director taught me this amazing technique. They told me that we do a lot of crying, we do a lot of these, extreme sequences. कोई मर जाता है, कोई किसी को मार देता है. There is a lot happening. As an actor, never stay with those emotions. Like never take that home. The first thing you do is जब एक्शन होता है तभी एक्टिंग करो, कट होता है लर्न टू स्विच ऑफ.
But that's tough, isn't it?
It
Because
is not. That's the best part because once you start doing it, it is the most easiest thing you can do because every time, even now when I'm shooting for my film climaxes, I'm like drenched in blood and doing all of those action sequences and all of this. The minute there is a cut, I would randomly crack a joke and bring me out of it. I would randomly just, take my phone, click a selfie with my tongue out. I would just randomly do things that would just bring me out of that moment. And that really helps because, if you stay like that, if you really, be in that zone, your brain doesn't really understand that this is you acting. It is feeling all of those things.
you are in that
right?
situation.
Yeah, so when I used to, take those extreme emotions to my heart and really feel very sad, I remember destroying my skin. It impacted a lot in my body, and I realized this is not worth it. I rather leave that character out of my house. And it was very funny because there was this one character of one of my Telugu films, and उसमें मैं बहुत arrogant थी, unlike Anandi. Like I was badass, okay?
Anandi was also badass in her own way.
No. But this one was rude and unnecessarily rude, like arrogant. And once I went back from that shoot and went back home, and I was just speaking to somebody, and I had that eyebrow up and like attitude. And my mom was like, "Eh, किधर? Set पे? ये सब इधर घर पे नहीं." And I was like, "Okay." So there are things that happen in your life as an actor that don't really let you be in that zone. And there's another side to it, right? A few years back, my grandfather died. I was at shoot. A few months later, my grandmother died. I was at shoot. Last year in Feb, my dog died. I was at shoot. These were the 3 moments of my life, and I was shooting the most happiest scenes that day. That's when I realized कि अगर मैं scene में sad हूँ doesn't mean मुझे real life में sad होना है. Similarly, अगर मेरी real life में कुछ भी हो रहा है, disclaimer नहीं आएगा कि ये इस दिन sad है, इसके साथ ये हुआ था, इसलिए वो ढंग से scene नहीं कर रही है. So it is my responsibility to make sure what people get to see is what the scene is about, not what Avika is about or what is happening in her life. So there is a lot that an actor would go through every day, and you would not even know because they are doing their job. And I think that is the job. This is what we are paid for, right?
Yeah, I think that's interesting, and I sort of relate to it because as journalists, there's so many stories that we cover, but sadly, you just have to switch off. I mean, you can't get attached to it. Ultimately, it's just work. But you spoke about moments in your personal life and how you have to keep them separate. But because you also matured at an early age, because of the exposure you had, not only because it was an intense story, but because also, I mean, you're working at a very young age and you're out there. Did you now, in retrospect, do you feel that you missed out on having, say, a simpler childhood? I mean, you had an incredible childhood, but do you feel that you missed out on having a simpler, perhaps more vulnerable and regular childhood?
I don't think I wanted that. I was very sure from the beginning कि लोग जब बोलते हैं ना कि मुझे I remember there was this one interview I did much earlier in my career, and he kind of asked me questions like अब तो आप रास्ते पे कभी आइसक्रीम खाने भी नहीं जा पाओगे. He was trying to trigger me. You know what I said to him? I said तो रास्ते पे जाके आइसक्रीम किसे खानी है, मैं तो 5 स्टार में जाके बैठ के खाऊंगी. So early on in my life, I kind of realized that these are the dreams that I want to achieve, and for that that I will have to upgrade in a way that I will miss out on things. And am I okay missing out on those things? Hell yes. I was very much okay with that idea. I'm even now, there are times when, there are things that my friends would do who are not actors. And I would be like, nahi yaar, I wish I could, but you know what? There is something better. And I would always choose the other way around. Yes, there are moments where I would feel like, kash main ye kar sakti. But then, yaar, there are so many things in my life. There is some random person sitting here wondering, kash main ye kar sakta. So I think there's always going to be the, like they say, grass is always greener on the other side, right?
And it's a very small cost you pay for the
Yeah,
incredible
yeah.
legacy that you've
Absolutely.
left
And
behind.
the best part is that for my work, Touchwood, fortunately, I've been blessed enough to see the results also very soon. It's not just always about hard work and then waiting for the results. For me, I kind of saw results very early on in my life. So even if I was sacrificing on things, I could see that if I'm in the US walking on a street, people are recognizing me. People are recognizing me in Kazakhstan. Vietnam, the same thing. When Vietnam's prime minister is invited here in India, the prime minister of India is inviting me. Can you imagine the achievements? So for me, then I don't want to live a normal life, right? If I'm getting so much. So I think it's a decent bargain.
It's a decent bargain for sure. But you had that kind of understated ambition even as a child, and that's pretty evident. That's why you could do what you did and the body of work
See,
that you
I
did.
think nobody plans this,
Yeah.
right? I come from a background of a one-room kitchen. My family not very well to do. From there to finally getting a show where you would go on sets and be the most important person in that room, to finally then seeing what that show did for you and how it changed the lifestyle from one room to a one bedroom house. When you come from that humble beginnings, you never really either want to go back first. Second, you never really want to not provide for your family when you know your potential, when you know what you can do. And I think when I kind of figured out that there is so much that I'm capable of, I never wanted to look back. I never wanted to feel like, you know what, this much is enough. अभी इतना कर लिया ये भी बहुत बड़ी बात है. Yes, है बहुत बड़ी बात. But you are made to sit here and you are made to, do so much because you're meant to. And I think universe gives you signs. And for me, I have believed in those signs and really taken them very seriously. Like I said, I will not take things for granted, and that is one promise that I made to myself. If somebody would come and ask me for a picture, you have no idea how I deal with that situation. I would go all out and make sure that the person goes and tells 50 other people that, you know what, the day I met this girl, she touched my heart. That is the mission I have. So for me to reach there or even provide that level of feelings to people, I have to be there that people would come and click pictures, right? So I think my goals or my aims or my ambitions have always been way beyond my capacity or my cup of tea. And I've always believed in, wanting more. I've always believed in just trying for more. क्या होगा ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा? नहीं होगा ना, उससे ज़्यादा बुरा क्या ही होगा? So I think that's where I come from.
Yeah. And that's so palpable. But you spoke of being the most important person on set, and we're talking about nearly 2 decades ago, 15 years, more than 15
Yeah.
years ago. So, at that time, now of course things have changed, and there is more awareness on sets, and the TV industry has also changed a great deal. But back then, how is it like being on set? No, I don't mean it just in the personal capacity, but also were there moments that you felt any kind of perhaps exploitativeness, not towards you, but towards the crew
Not
perhaps,
at
or how
all.
was it like
I
being on set?
think the industry is amazing. A lot of people, of course, have different stories, but for me, I have been very lucky. Not just with this one particular show, but in my entire journey with the industry, not just in Hindi, but also Telugu. I have met the most amazing people I could have. I think every day on my set, there's a feeling of मुझे घर नहीं जाना, मुझे यहीं रहना. Comfort is when people really like what they do, and I've met such passionate people. For me, since the beginning, I've, like I said, being the most important person. Of course, I love attention. That is why I'm an actor. I would want people to, just sit and listen to me. Thank you.
Vanity is part of the game. Yeah.
Yeah, I think as an actor, we all first should be very honest with ourselves, and we love this attention. But the fact that on set there are so many people looking after you, doing your hair, makeup, getting you the script, the credit goes to everybody for making you successful. And I'm so happy that I've met such amazing people throughout my career. My first launch in a Telugu film happened with Nagarjuna sir's production, and everything was so amazing in South as well. I've loved being there. I've loved working there, which is why I, started my production down south. I feel so confident being there, and it's just so amazing. And I've been very lucky when it comes to people that I've worked with. All actors, all co-actors, all of them have been a blessing to work with.
And speaking of the people that you worked with, I'd like to circle back to the show. It was really what you would call a casting coup. While you spoke of Surekha Sikri and Smita Bansal, so many other actors, the amazing actor who played your mother, she had not the lead part, but her scenes were so incredibly
yeah,
powerful, and you had almost this kind of understated. I mean, she didn't beat you, but she was also a violent mother in that sense that, there was this tension and those nuances were captured so well. Then the man who played your father, then of course Jagdish. So all these characters, it must have been really enriching experience to be on set with these
Absolutely. It
people.
was almost like going for an acting school class every day. I think I had a lot of fun there. After doing that show, I also did a film with Anupam Kher sir. It was called Morning Walk.
Yes.
And when I was shooting for that film, my parents asked him कि इसको acting school भेजें क्या आपके वहाँ पे? क्या हम इसे भेजें क्या? They were very excited. You know what he said? बिल्कुल नहीं. अनुपम सर said ये जहाँ पे शूट कर रही है ना रोज इसको बस बोलो कि वहाँ से रोज चीजें सीखे बहुत है. I think he definitely referred to all the actors that I was working with because all of them were just brilliant. It's just so amazing. And every time I watch, any of the episode of Balika, it never feels outdated. It never feels that it's not meant for the audience of today. It is. It still is. I would want people to watch it again. And I'm so glad that there are some channels where, they keep doing those repeat telecasts. And I recently even got to know that in Kazakhstan, it's rerunning for the 4th time now, the entire show. And I was so happy to hear that because there the generations are, getting to see what's going on
many
Indian
generations,
television.
yeah,
And I think being the face for it, I feel very proud that our television shows have reached that level internationally as well. It's such a proud feeling.
Yes. And in fact, a lot of the episodes are actually, now if you release it on OTTs, the initial episodes particularly, they're actually like very how OTT shows are
Absolutely.
made today. So it sort of pushed the envelope in more ways than one. It was really cutting edge.
Yes.
And which is why I want to ask you a little bit about the writing, because if you look at the episodes, I mean, like I said earlier, they weren't melodramatic. There was drama, of course, but good drama. And,
There
even-
was no camera swish happening.
yeah, and no like sort of dramatic sound effects or anything. And even
Yeah.
every dialogue had so much power. I mean, that one scene where a wife tells her husband that, you are old enough to be my father and you're, sleeping with me and how, so, these kind of things that were talked about back then, I don't think it was ever done on Indian television. So talk to us a little bit about that process.
I think it
The
was
writers.
just the daring move by the writers. Firstly, to go to a channel which was newly launched. Balika was one of the first initial shows that it launched with, Colors TV. And
Became a brand
they
because
could-
of that.
Exactly. And I think the people who worked in the channel and the production could take that step because नया channel है, experiment करके देखते हैं. I'm genuinely saying this because when the show was launched, the first 2 months, the show was not promoted. Because there were so many other shows and bigger faces that we went ahead and promoted all of that, including Khatron Ke Khiladi with Akshay Kumar and all of that. They did not want to promote the show thinking thinking कि लोग इसे कैसे perceive करेंगे, we don't know yet. We are not very sure कहीं इसका कुछ issue तो ना बन जाए. And after the second month, when they got to kind of see the reactions of people, then the channel became all about Balika.
Yes.
And when we, as people who worked for the channel and worked for the show, when we saw that happen, we realized that ये कोई और चैनल जो ऑलरेडी इतना सक्सेसफुल है या सास बहू शोज बना रहा है वो ऐसी डेयरिंग करता ही नहीं बिकॉज दिस इज वेरी मच आउट ऑफ देयर कंफर्ट जोन
Yes.
and that is also a big learning, right? That anything you do which is out of your comfort zone sometimes might work or sometimes it might not, but when it works it will like really reach levels and it will take off, right? And this is exactly what has happened. Nobody expected, like also me and myself and Avinash Jagya, we both were signed for only 80 episodes.
What you say?
Yes, we were signed for only 80 episodes and it went on for 515 episodes, and after that Purnendu ji had to beg the channel that अब मुझे please बड़ा करने दो क्योंकि वो बड़े हो जाएंगे, मेन कहानी उसके बाद है. That is what happened. But अगर इसके बाद और भी खिंचता then I'm sure that would have become one of those shows कि खिंच गया, boring हो गया.
The reputation that it got after a point.
After a point, yes.
I think one of the good things vis-a-vis you is that you left at the right time, which is why you have almost like that kind of legacy that is left. Because I don't think too many people remember what happened after you grew up, because then it was sort of dragged on. But because the session is also called Growing Up with the characters we play, you actually grew up as Anandi and you sort of spend that kind of time. The other characters grew up with you, Jagdish, etc. So talk to us a little bit about that. Your equation with them, how it evolved over time, how you evolved over time.
It's been really nice, amazing. Obviously, on set there are like what 100, 150 people. You will not like all of them, but you have to deal with them because you're a professional. No, it was all fun, and I really had fun growing up on sets and being an actor. I really enjoyed that feeling. But most of my years of growing up, and especially my teenage, happened on this set where I was shooting for Sasural Simarka. That was the highlight of my life because Nagin, Makhi, Patal Lok, Chudel, what not we have done. And every time we as actors used to read the script and just laugh, कि क्या कर रहे हैं हम? And we would be like, this will not work. And the next week the TRP is the highest.
Because people loved watching all of this. There were scenes where I had, I remember telling one Atma को कि कानून हाथ में मत लो, and I was like मैं आत्मा को बोल रही हूँ. What even, like, why are we doing this? But these things were funny to people, and maybe that is why it worked. And I think Sasural Simarka was, again, I really think that not many people know about this, but Sasural Simarka for 5.5 years that I worked for was on the number 1, number 2 for all those years, right? People loved watching that show.
But Avika, tell me, I mean, because you've done such cutting edge work at the very beginning of your career, I'm sure there were scripts that came your way that disappointed you, mediocre scripts, etc. And the travesty of our industry is, it's changing now, and it's changed a great deal, is that those mediocre scripts are the norm rather than the
exception. But what you did with Balika Vadhu was actually the exception. So when you have done that kind of cutting edge work at the very start, do you feel it's kind of disappointing now? How do you approach work now? Because not every script is going to be like a Balika Vadhu.
So I don't want all the scripts to be Balika Vadhu because I have a very special soft corner for Balika Vadhu, and I would want to be remembered as the Anandi and the only one the only Anandi and loved forever kind of a character, and I love that. I genuinely have accepted that name as my own.
Yes.
And when people introduce me, like when she was introducing me and mentioned about Balika, I had a broad smile on my face because I'm really proud of it and I'm very attached. So I don't want another Balika Vadhu to happen or another that level of show to happen. Nothing against the industry, but no, it won't happen. I don't want it to happen. But yeah, when it comes to the projects that I work for, there are some points that I really take care of. There are some elements about the character that I want to be
aware of while I sign it, and these are the kind of list, or like a tick list that I follow before signing any project. First being, the story has to be interesting enough. ऐसा नहीं कि कैरेक्टर बहुत अच्छा है और स्टोरी बहुत बोरिंग है, मैं क्यों देखूंगी आगे, मैं खुद ना देखूं, मैं लोगों को क्यों बोलो देखने के. सो द स्टोरी हैज़ टू बी एंगेजिंग. आई थिंक माई फर्स्ट थिंग इन द लिस्ट इज दैट. Second is, the character cannot just be dancing around the trees. I am sorry, I cannot do such characters where the actress or the heroine is just a furniture in the film. People don't even approach me for things anymore like this. They're just like, nahi, Avika won't say yes to this, so let us just not go to her. And I'm very happy with that image, because there have been people who come up to me like, this is a big hero, and the character is like just for 2 scenes doing something, and bachao, I can't do all of that. So I put my foot down ki aisa script hai to bhai mat hi aao, thank you so much. So my characters need to have some value. My characters need to showcase the actor I am. They also need to have the depth of, कि राइटर ने सोच समझ के डेप्थ लिखी है. मतलब आई वुड सिट विथ माई राइटर एंड डायरेक्टर एंड रियली आस्क देम क्वेश्चंस. व्हाई लाइक दिस एंड व्हाट हैपेंड विथ हर इन द व्हाटएवर हर चाइल्डहुड की वो ऐसे बनी. लाइक एक्सप्लेन मी व्हाई. लाइक आई वांट आंसर्स, and only then I would really understand the character, right? So I really go into depth. So for me, it's very important to have the characters written correctly. I really want to give my best, and I always look at projects where I know that the people around will also give their best. And of course, there are few elements that really attract me. The emotional element of any script. I see when there are any relationship stories of a father-daughter or 2 sisters or something like that. It really touches my heart. There is something.
Tender.
There's something about such relationships that really make me feel that it's relatable for all, right? Everybody wants to feel that kind of love, which is not just about a romantic love angle, but also love for your mother or your father. I think these are the kind of scripts that really, really touch my heart, and that reminds me of a film of mine. It's called #Bro. It's about a brother and a sister. Please watch it if you haven't. It's such a beautiful script. I mean, there are so many characters that I have done, and there are a lot of people who keep asking me, what's your dream role? What's that one character you would want to do in life? And I really don't have answers, because everything that I had thought of, मैंने तो कर लिया. Now what? But then there is always that, अब ये भी कर सकते हैं. Now there is a love story like a Sanjay Leela Bhansali film that I would want to do, or something like an action film like what Priyanka Chopra would do nowadays. There are so many things yet to be done by me, but then there's also so much that I have already explored, and I just love the idea of giving the right scripts to the audience to watch. I love watching films. I love watching series. So when I see something interesting, I always dream. I always have my hopes high that someday I would want to do something like that.
Somebody would write a script like
Absolutely.
that. But why I asked you that question also is because, like you said, you're perhaps slightly extra choosy, and you want your characters to have some depth.
Doesn't
and
always
soul.
work in my favor being
Yeah.
extra choosy, but it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, because I mean, you want your characters to have a certain amount of depth. and
It's
soul.
important, right? Because thankfully I'm at that stage where I'm not considering acting for my financial insecurities. It's not just about that anymore. So for me to choose something that I really enjoy matters. And which is why, all the series that I do now, which are very specific. There's this Vadhu who I did for Hotstar. There are these very specific series that I choose to do, which have the impact that my audience will like to see out of me. That's the thought back of my head at all points, that मेरी audience को ये अच्छा लगेगा कि नहीं, because I am very aware of who my audience is. People who have seen me over the years, people who treat me like their own daughters now, they are the people who are watching my films, and there are some scripts that come up to me, and then there are some scenes which are questionable, but then I'm always thinking कि क्या वो audience ये झेल पाएगी? अगर लगता है झेल पाएगी, then everything else around the script is working. I think I should do it. So these are the kind of thoughts I go through, and I think only a smart person can really sail through all of that with balance.
Tightrope walk, yeah.
Yeah, it needs to have balance, and I think I'm still learning and always will.
But do you have these fears or concerns that because you're carving your own niche, you know, this is not like, I mean, you're not a just another regular mainstream actor because you're carving your own niche, but that comes with its own set of challenges, you know, because like you said, commercial interests are sometimes compromised.
Absolutely.
And, you know, all of that. So talk to us a little bit about creating your own niche and choosing those specific projects. Do you also at times aspire to be the mainstream heroine or, you know, that kind of stuff, or are you happy with, you know, the niche that you've created for yourself?
I think I am extremely happy with the fact that people see me as somebody who can act.
Yeah. That is a rarity.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I
Yeah.
think they don't just look at me कि ये उस movie में क्या dance किया.
Yeah.
You know? So I think it's much more deeper than that. As an actor, I really appreciate when, you know, there are very extremely pretty looking people on screen, or when there are extremely, crazy dancing happening. But I genuinely believe acting is much more than that. There are so many examples also to give you right now. For example, we have the recent release happening, Mardani 3, right?
Yes.
Rani Mukherjee has been loved over the years, almost 30 years now. But the level of admiration and respect that she receives for the characters that she can pull off now, as somebody who doesn't really have to do those dance numbers or just randomly be there just for the sake of it, but actually get to perform, is much different than what it used to be in the early days. So I think I've chosen that path for myself. Of course, there is, you know, not everything doesn't
like happen according to my wishes and my goals or whatever I wish. But I think at the end of the day, when I have my intentions right, and when I feel that people would understand why I do what I do, they will see it. Like the kind of projects I do. There's this release that happened, I think 2 years back, 1920, or The Bloody Ishq. There were so many things said about the makers, and you know, those tags of now so she's a Bhatt camp heroine and she'll only be the next Bipasha. There were people who said all of those things, but when I watched the film, I saw what I wanted to see. There was so much
That's
in that
important,
film.
right?
There was so much in the film that I don't think other actresses could pull off. So if I have that reputation of being somebody who can act and who can deliver and who is also smart, who is not just an actor but also a producer, also an author, also somebody who is vlogging, who is also catering to the Gen Zs, right? So there is so much that I am trying to do. And also I'm doing reality shows, so it's not just about disappearing from TV, right? I want to keep doing things, and reality show भी ऐसा कि उसमें शादी भी हो गई. Like there's so much happening in my life, and you know, nowadays it's not the race of getting right projects anymore. Unfortunate hai, but this is not what it is now. It is about being relevant, and that's, according to me, slightly sad. Because
It is what it is.
It is what it is. And at the end of the day, for me to be relevant, I think I have chosen so many paths, and I'm kind of excited about all of
Yes.
them.
And which is why let's talk about your foray into writing, because of course we are at a literature festival, and not many people know. Of course, now your debut novel, Trust Fall, very interesting, and it has a sort of an interesting universe that you've created. And like you said, you like tender stories. But not many people know that you also wrote for a short film many years ago.
Oh yes, so my, oh wow. You have done some research, man. Oh my god, I'm so impressed. So yeah, I wrote a short film many years back, and I was 15 years old. And that short film went to the Cannes Film Festival in the short film corner. and we sold it there. And we also kind of sent it for the Berlin Film Festival just for the sake of it कि भेज के देखते क्या होता है. And I was the youngest ever to be nominated for my original screenplay. I was the youngest ever Indian to ever be nominated. I was also like awarded by the best film for that film. So I think yeah, things have been amazing about my writing journey because it really all started with just a short film, right? कि ये करके देखते हैं, let's see how it goes. And since then it's just become a part of me. Even now today in the flight I was kind of building something and there is something else coming very soon. So yeah, I love writing. I love the idea of telling my brain that there's so much more in this world. There is so much more that, and it's not just about fiction that I'm talking about, right? There's so much that we get to learn when we read non-fiction. There's so much. I think I'm just so happy that I get people who kind of support the dreams I have. And when I speak about people, I must mention my parents, right? Because when I went up to my father and I told him क्या मैं प्रोडक्शन खोलूँ, the first thing he said was कैसे करेगी, मैं इस इंडस्ट्री से नहीं हूँ, we don't know anybody else, how, like do you have a plan? I said give me a week, I'll come back with a plan. I had a plan. And you know that level of trust that he showed me कि तू कर, जो होगा देखा जाएगा, तू करके देख. And I'm on my third film right now, and it just is such a proud feeling कि ऐसे 50 शो कर लिए हैं कुकू टीवी के साथ, ये कर लिया वो कर लिया. There's so many things happening just because you have that backing, you have your parents telling you तू करके देख, क्या होगा नहीं होगा ना, तो try तो कर. And I think writing also one of those things, right, for me कि करके देखा, हो गया, अच्छा book बन गई, अरे इतनी अच्छी बन गई, let us just publish it. So you know there are things that are happening in my life very unpredictable. किसने ही सोचा था ना 8 साल में एक्टिंग शुरू करूँगी, वो भी तो नहीं ही सोचा था. So yeah, there are so many things happening unplanned, unprepared I am for, but
Talk us a little bit about your writing process though,
Yes.
because I read somewhere that you wrote 6-7 drafts for your book, and talk to us a little bit about that. How do
So
you approach
I
that?
will tell you very honestly that this particular book that I have written, Trust Fall, it's a novel, it's a fiction जिसमें action भी है, romance भी है, thrill भी है, सब कुछ है. Now, I am not somebody who reads a lot. I read but not a lot. तो मैंने जो पहले ड्राफ्ट्स बनाए थे, मुझे कम से कम 15 लोगों ने पढ़ के बोला कि ये एक फिल्म की स्क्रिप्ट लग रही है, which was something that I wanted to change because it shouldn't look like a script that someday will become a film and it's written with that intention. It wasn't. It was supposed to be a novel. अगर फिल्म बन जाती है, that's a different thing altogether. But because I have loved watching films and my inspiration has always been films, the drafts almost looked like I'm trying to write a film script, which is why I had to take help. And my co-writer Diya, she had kind of really helped me with all of this. A lot of people kind of tell me, why do you take her name all the time? हो सकता था ना घोस्ट राइटर में चली जाती, क्या ही फर्क पड़ता. But I want to mention her because she is the backbone here. Without her, I don't think Trust Fall would have been the way it is. I think she gave structure to my thoughts, and it's very important.
It reads like a novel.
Absolutely. And when I started to read what she added to it, I realized that she was the right person for this. And yeah, our thoughts matched, and I'm so glad that I got a partner who would really understand my creative juices and do something about it. And I'm so happy that I get such opportunities to put down my thoughts. And 6-7 ड्राफ्ट्स तो कुछ नहीं है. लाइक आई हैव बाकी स्क्रिप्ट्स या बाकी जो मैंने चीज़ें लिखी हैं उसके तो मैंने 10-10 ड्राफ्ट्स बना के फेंके हुए हैं. बट आई थिंक दैट्स व्हेन you kind of learn कि
Strive for
that's
perfection.
the process. I think when you do that is when you realize that इतना मेहनत तो ये तो कुछ भी नहीं है और मेहनत करना है. I think that is what it is.
Yeah. And you spoke about people saying stuff and people talking about things. And recently, apparently, I mean, I didn't know this, but there was recently a lot of kind of all sorts of comments that came your way after your wedding. And I think one thing that has been sort of constant in your trajectory is that you always like to put blinders on and sort of keep working and keep going and not listen to the noise and the cacophony.
No, I listen. I listen to all of this noise and I laugh. I love it.
Yeah,
I
but this
absolutely
was
love
like blown completely out of proportion.
I
think.
loved it.
Yeah.
I was watching all of that. I was reading all of that, sitting with my husband and like, kya maza aa raha hai. I enjoy this attention. I'm telling you very honestly. I tell this to a lot of people. Trollers क्यों होते हैं? Because they otherwise have so much going on in their lives that उनको कहीं पे frustration निकालना है. And if this is the source they find, so be it ना. मेरे को उस एक comment से नहीं पड़ रहा है ना फर्क. I am so secured in my life and I am so happy and content in my life that it doesn't really matter to me. करो जो करना है. There are sane people who would say things like, but it affects people, so they should not do it. I understand that and I really empathize with that कि ये भी बात करेक्ट है, बट नहीं कर सकते आप सबको कंट्रोल, नहीं सिखा सकते आप सबको कि आप अपने पर्सनैलिटी में ये चीज़ बदलो, नहीं होने वाला है वो. सो आई थिंक आई रादर मेक पीस विद इट, आई रादर लाफ इट ऑफ. कितने अभी 6-7 दिन पहले तक तो मैं लोगों की नज़रों में प्रेग्नेंट हो चुकी थी. कुछ भी हो रहा है and I'm just enjoying all of it. I'm just having fun. I just tell myself कि it's a part and parcel of being an actor. I think people will have opinions. जब मैंने एक्टिंग शुरू की थी तब सोशल मीडिया नहीं था तो मेरे तक पहुंचता नहीं था, बट तब भी बहुत कुछ हुआ होगा, लोग कहना चाहते होंगे. अब उनको मौका मिल रहा है, खुश रहो. कर लो.
But you were pretty confident because I mean that was quite a thing. You got married on a show set,
Yeah.
but you were confident about it.
At the end of the day, जब कोई शादी करता है, वीडियोस फोटोज निकालता है,
It's
रीलें
almost
डालता
released
है.
like it was supposed to be shot. Yeah.
That's the point, right? There are so many people who would get married and put up reels, and I have seen those couples. मेरे रील पे ना इतने ही कमेंट है, मेरे रील पे ना इतना ही व्यूज आया. Everybody wants attention at the end of the day, especially in the era of social media. And यार मुझे तो अगर मैं ये चीज़ पब्लिश कर रही थी तो एक्स्ट्रा पैसे भी मिल रहे थे ऊपर से, तो मैं क्यों नहीं करती? It's as simple as that. And I think my fans that I'm very, very, very attached to since day one, like I said, I know who my fans are. उन लोगों के लिए अगर मैं सिर्फ सोशल मीडिया पे डाल देती ना तो शायद उन तक वो चीज़ पहुंचती भी नहीं. वो उन लोगों तक मेरी शादी के वीडियोस फोटोज गए हैं जो टीवी ही देखते हैं और जो गांव में बैठ के उनको उनकी आनंदी जो दिखी है बचपन में, वो अब बड़ी हो गई और उन्होंने उसकी शादी देखी है सेम चैनल पे. उनके लिए वो कंप्लीशन इम्पोर्टेंट था. मैंने जब ये थॉट कलर्स के साथ डिस्कस किया, मेरे पति के साथ डिस्कस किया, और जब मैं ये थॉट कह रही थी एंड व्हाई आई वांटेड टू डू इट, इट ऑल मेड सेंस, इट ऑल अलाइंड, बिकॉज एट द एंड ऑफ द डे अगर कलर्स के साथ मेरी जर्नी शुरू हुई है और एक ऐसी चीज़ होने जा रही है जो वो ऑडियंस डेफिनेटली क्यूरियस होगी देख. मैं यूट्यूब पे भी डाल सकती थी, लेकिन मुझे वो ऐसा कुछ करना था जिससे वो ऑडियंस तक वो बात पहुँचे.
It's actually life coming full circle.
एंड लोग मानते हैं ना अपने घर की बेटी, तो घर के बेटी की शादी कौन मिस करना चाहेगा एट द एंड ऑफ द डे, राइट? सो आई एम जस्ट सो हैप्पी दैट कलर्स ने मेरा ये थॉट समझा and they were more than excited to kind of execute something like this because they understand what this is. It was all real, by the way. It was मतलब हर चीज़
Like
वहाँ
a real
पे
शादी, like how you would have wanted a real
absolutely,
शादी.
and जो रोना धोना भी हुआ है वो भी सब कुछ real था. Like, and the best part, our families were there, जो एक शादी में होना चाहिए. मेरे घर के फैमिली पंडित थे, वो भी थे. हर चीज़ जैसी होनी चाहिए वैसे हुई है. And on top of it all, the best day of my life, which is a shadi, happened at the best place that I have worshipped all my life, which is on a set. What more could I have asked for?
And that's such a beautiful thought because it's almost like an ode to your audience, like
It
you said.
was honestly. I wanted to do something for my audience and make them feel कि उन्होंने मुझे ऐसे ही बेटी नहीं बोला है. I understand it. I feel that. And for me to show that gratitude or show that it is reaching me, मुझ तक पहुंच रहा है ये प्यार, मेरे पास इससे बड़ा मौका नहीं मिल सकता था. And I think I'm just so happy. और शायद इसके बाद ऐसा मौका ना मिले. I'm very much prepared for that because क्या ही होगा इससे बड़ा मेरी लाइफ में. And I'm just so happy कि मेरे इतने बड़े दिन पर मैं सबको इंक्लूड कर पाई, अपनी पूरी ऑडियंस को. वरना अगर शादी होती तो सिर्फ फैमिली फ्रेंड्स होते, यहाँ पे पूरी दुनिया थी.
And it's almost like a moment in time because, we've talked about child marriage, for example, and then sort of it's also about making that statement. I mean, of course, not consciously and not in your face, but also making a statement subconsciously that, this is a moment in time, this is life coming full circle. But, as we end the session and before I open it up to the audience, Avika, can Avika Gaur ever emerge from the shadows of Anand?
I don't want to. मुझे निकलना ही नहीं है. I love the idea of being your Anandi. I love the idea of being loved like your own daughter. I love the idea of being respected like your sister. These are the emotions that an actor craves for. This is the attachment that I have seen in people's eyes as an actor that is way more bigger. I think it's just bigger than any award. It's just bigger than any other kind of recognition. That's the feeling I have for the name Anandi and the image that I carry with it. I think it's going to stay forever. I will take this to my grave.
That's a lovely thought to open it up to the audience. So I think we've sort of traversed all phases of Anandi's life. But any question for Avika? She'd love to answer your questions. You just raise your hands and we can get the mic to you.
पूछो मैं काटती नहीं हूँ.
I think people are also so used to sort of seeing you on screen that they don't want to break the fourth wall, as it were, as we call it in television. But I have a little bit of a rapid fire for you.
Oh, I love rapid fire.
There's no hamper though, but we'll just do a little bit of a rapid fire. So
Just get me a chocolate later.
okay, I hope the organizers are listening. One word that best captures your Balika Vadhu journey. One word.
Innocence.
One habit from your child actor days that still shows up on set.
जैसे कट होता है, आई एम जस्ट बाउंसिंग, डांसिंग अराउंड, बैडमिंटन खेलने चली जाऊंगी, कुछ करने चली जाऊंगी. आई एम जस्ट वेरी लाइक अ डिस्ट्रैक्टेड सोल रनिंग अराउंड. सो आई थिंक
Okay.
दैट्स द सेम सिंस डे वन.
Interesting. The toughest dialogue of your career, or one of the toughest.
I think the one I mentioned earlier, where I kind of told you that it was with Smita Di, where I said, मैं आपको माँ कैसे बोल सकती हूँ, मेरी माँ तो वहाँ है, आप तो सासू माँ हो. I think that hit me really hard. It gave me goosebumps. I think that was the most difficult emotionally for sure. But mentally as an actor सबसे ज़्यादा difficult वो होता है जिसमें आप मानते नहीं हो कि ये सच हो सकता है, which was telling the आत्मा कि तुम कानून अपने हाथ में मत लो.
Okay,
I think
yeah.
in ससुराल से मरका हमने बहुत ऐसे डायलॉग्स बोले जो हम बिल्कुल बिलीव नहीं करते थे, बिल्कुल कन्विंस्ड नहीं थे, बट वी हैड टू एज एक्टर्स डू आवर जॉब एंड मेक इट कन्विंसिंग एंड मेक इट लुक सुपर रियल. So I
Yeah.
think that was, it is not easy to do that.
Yeah, we often talk about the grown-up Avika looking at Anandi, but if young Avika or young Anandi could watch your career and how it has panned out today, what is that one thing that would surprise the young Avika the most? The one aspect of your career or life?
So when I was younger, ड्रीम्स तो बहुत थे, पर कैसे होगा, कैसे कर पाऊंगी, these were the thoughts there with me at all points. And with time I kind of understood कि it's just about taking that step and facing the failure if at all. It's just about taking that leap of faith कि करके तो देखो, try तो करो. I think the younger me would have definitely been very surprised to see that जो मैंने ड्रीम किया था वो सब मैंने करके देखा, मैंने ट्राई किया. I think that would have मैं अगर वो थॉट्स के साथ रहती कि कैसे होगा, क्यों होगा, कौन सपोर्ट करेगा, कोई मानेगा कि नहीं, तो आई थिंक मैं अटक जाती. सो आई एम जस्ट सो ग्लैड दैट आई टुक दो स्टेप्स.
If you could go back in time and relive that one moment or change that one moment in your childhood, what would that be? One thing that you would change in your childhood in
I
one
don't want
sentence.
to change anything. I love
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all. I would love to just have the same life again.
One piece of advice for child artists who are starting out. In
I
one
think
line.
the advice is not for the child artist. The advice is for the parents. Only support them and figure all of it out for them if they really want to. During my time as the child actor, I've definitely heard stories and been around people who were not really keen on doing or pursuing acting as a career, and they were kind of forced to. So I think my suggestion would be for the parents to not do that and just understand if the child is even interested. I think it begins there.
Yeah.
Then of course the child has to. It's not a cakewalk.
Yeah.
मतलब हर दूसरा एक्टिंग जॉब बालिका वधू नहीं होता है, राइट? It's also luck that played part with me, so it is not easy for sure. I really believe कि मेरे हिस्से ये चीज़ आई उन 300 लड़कियों को हटा के जो ऑडिशन पे मेरे साथ थी. मैं बहुत लकी हूँ. तो आई थिंक इट्स दैट ऑल्सो, बट बहुत मेहनत है. सो ओनली इफ यू आर रेडी टू face failures, because you need to be open to that. There is a lot that you go through, and failures सिर्फ यही नहीं होते हैं कि ये मुझे प्रोजेक्ट मिलने वाला था अब ये नहीं हो रहा. That's not the kind of failure I'm talking about. It's also about losing friends. It's also about when you go to your school, you suddenly the next day everybody is jealous of you. Nobody wants to talk to you.
Yeah.
There is a
Also
lot
those
that
challenges.
happens, and just be okay with it.
In one line, one thing that our industry needs to do better for child artists.
Keep it simple.
Okay, that's a great advice.
I think
Yeah.
every child actor knows कि ऐसे शूटिंग आवर्स होते हैं, स्कूल होता है, ये होता है, वो होता है. माई टीम एग्जैक्टली डिड दिस. स्कूल के बाद मैं शूटिंग के लिए जाती थी, सैटरडे संडे फुल डे काम करती थी. बहुत सिंपल होता था और मेरा काम मज़े वाला काम होता था. मुझे कभी ऐसा फील नहीं कराया गया कि मैं काम करती हूँ. एंड आई थिंक that happened because everything was just simple and
So
easy.
keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
One social topic or social reality you would like to create a show on. Now you're also a producer, a writer. One social reality or social topic that you would like to champion.
You know, there is this amazing story that I've come across. I can't reveal too much, but it's surrounded by some true events
Okay.
that happened a few years back in MP. That revolved around this particular girl standing up for herself and the women in that village, because उनको फंसा के और उनको झूठी इंफॉर्मेशन दे के उनका अबॉर्शन किया जाता था और यूट्रस निकाल के देन इट यूज्ड टू बी सोल्ड इन द वेस्टर्न कंट्रीज. ये जो एक सिचुएशन नहीं, काफ़ी सिचुएशंस हुई हैं. आई थिंक उसके रिलेटेड एक पर्टिकुलर स्क्रिप्ट आई है मेरे पास, एंड वी आर जस्ट फिगरिंग आउट हाउ टू मेक दैट हैपन, बिकॉज such stories, such incidents that have happened, and how that girl kind of got justice, I think is something that everybody should know.
And one stereotype that you're breaking or that you would want to break as an ex-child actor who's now grown up and who's now actively doing so many other things, but one
मैं अभी
stereotype-
तक काम कर रही हूँ, यही तो
Yeah.
ऑलरेडी ब्रोकन है ना.
Yeah.
कि चाइल्ड एक्टर्स बड़े होकर काम नहीं करते.
Actually true. And my last question: How old would Anandi have been now?
My math is pathetic.
Maybe in her early 30s, I think.
Yeah, kind of.
Early 30s or late 20s.
नहीं, आनंदी और मैं सेम ही तो थे, 28.
28. I didn't mean to ask your age, but if Anandi was in her late 20s today, where do you see her? Where would she have been? Where you are? Or
I don't know. I would have loved to see. मतलब मुझे ऐसा मैंने सोचा था जैसे वो पढ़ाई के पीछे पड़ रही थी, जैसे वो कुछ कर रही थी. I think वो कुछ कोई तो ऑफिसर बन जाती है. And I think she would, you know, serve the country in some way.
I think that deserves a round of applause. But before we let you go, Avika, I've received a lot of requests for a song from you.
Song?
I didn't know that you sing as well, but I've
Oh my
been
God.
told that you sing really well, and that's something that you like to do. So,
Yeah, the problem is ना, I'm surrounded by a lot of young Gen Z people. तो मेरी गाड़ी में ऐसे यो हनी सिंह टाइप के गाने बज रहे होते हैं and this is not the stage for something like that. But I think yes, there is a song that is coming to my mind right now.
Right.
I can sing that one. हर घड़ी बदल रही है रूप जिंदगी, छाँव है कभी कभी है धूप जिंदगी, हर पल यहाँ जी भर जियो, जो है समा कल हो न हो. Thank you.
I think that so beautifully captures the entire story of Anandi and Avika. Thanks so much, Avika. It's
Thank
been
you
a
so
pleasure
much. You
talking
were
to you.
amazing to
Thank
speak to. I think I have had so many conversations over the years, and very proudly 20 years of my career.
Yes.
But very few really get this side of me out. I think there is so much about me that people don't know.
Yes.
And there is so much that I would want people to know about me, and these are the few moments where I get the opportunity to kind
Yes.
of share my thoughts and my feelings and what happened and my experiences. And I'm just so happy that you came with such crazy good research that, you know, there was so much to talk about. And
Absolutely.
thank you for
Pleasure
that.
talking to you.
Thank you.